between the Dr. Blue and Ellendar. We are off and running. We're going to see these runners head on over towards the wood cave here, the wood sword cave, as you will. Grab that. They're going to do the up and day, which saves a few frames, and we do see both of these runners going to screen scroll their way to 3. Well, Dr. Blue is going to screen scroll immediately on this first screen, but I see Dark Nuts in the overworld, and you know what I think when I see these Dark Nuts?
Run away?
No, chance for bombs. Level 1 is at 3.
All right, so we got some nice bomb farming and bomb farming off the Grias plus level 1. Very nice. 3 items in.
No drop in this room, which is unusual. Usually the Aquamendus is a very good... it is a drop room. We didn't see it from Ellendar because reasons. We have to immediately use up that key. As we go to Ellendar, there's the map for level 1, our first opportunity to see what this level is all about. And without any bombs, Ellendar is not going to progress any further, but Dr. Blue has bombs, so we're going to get a little more... Oh, Blue Moblin's going down in 1 hit. And the magic boomerang in 1.
All right, so that blue boomerang, very nice find early on, as well as that bomb upgrade I want to mention. It's, again, very easy to get back to after an up and A if you can pick up 100 rupees.
So Ellendar now with bombs, back in 1.
Grabbing that quick pack of 4, and now we'll continue on. Dr. Blue has not had any progress yet.
Oh, there's the magic boomerangs, and both runners picking it up.
Yep. Under 2 minutes in, and it's your first thing. You're definitely going to be picking that up. Even the almighty TGE picked up said boomerang in a recent match.
Yeah, because what happens with TGE, he's there to win. He's not there for any memes at that point. He's very, very committed when it comes to these races. Now, thankfully, this level 1, although very linear, is giving these runners the key. Now, you got to make a choice here. Do you go up or do you go down? Looks like
the odds.
Level 1 is a good dungeon that you can find yourself key blocked very, very easily. We do know that the Triforce is going to be the very far room of level 1. Kind of like a vanilla level setup here, where you have the boss in the room before it, and then the Triforce is available on the ground right after you get past the boss, although you didn't have to really kill the boss. So we didn't see the staircase, nor did we see the... Well, we did see a second item, didn't we? We saw a heart container.
Yep, we got the 2 floor items, heart container and a boomerang, so almost vanilla. But it looks like that staircase item is going to be key blocked, and Dr. Blue's going to choose to spend that key.
Yeah, but which way do you go? You got several choices. Now, thankfully, Dr. Blue does have to. He chooses perfect here.
Very nice.
That is very good luck right there for Dr. Blue, and gets another heart, so not a great thing to find. I mean, it does definitely helps with your chances of getting the white sword later on, but...
And possibly that magical sword eventually.
We see 8 at 1.
1 at 3, 8 at 1. Alrighty. Oh, and there's our first step 4 minutes in. Unfortunately, Ellendar will not be able to pirouette that key lock open.
Ooh, that is not a fun room to start off with the land mold is coming up on the left-hand side.
Yeah, if this was me, I'd say nope, and hope I find the red ring. Or just come back when I have many, many more hearts.
Yeah, at this point in time, if I was Ellendar at this stage, we're going to try to kill it with the bomb. Let's see if it works out. But I'm more concerned with the fact that... Oh, that bomb just missed. Oh, Dr. Blue is getting some bombs. Got some. But he is without keys at this stage. One head left for both And we get 1. So
Yep.
Ellendar does leave the room, comes back in, and it's now dead for a couple of turns. And it is not even a push block.
Yuck. His patience paid off, but looks like he's gonna have to spend this key in the end. He can take his frustrations out on that Aqua Menace. Good showing. Ooh, but
Ooh.
can't do anything with that Dig Dogger.
Well, you see, the problem here is that level 8 is commonly a boss rush dungeon. It does have a Gria set, which is nice to find too. That we do have the easy, well, what should be the easier set, but of course, Grias and their boomerangs can get really, really lethal even at this stage. And there's Dr. Blue. He's gonna try to tackle this Lammola, see if he has better luck with the Lammolas. Oh wow, take a look at that. That was pretty good there from Dr. Blue. Having Beam Swords definitely helped in that case.
Wow, yep. But Ellendar getting a very nice clock drop, taking out that room and no problem, but nothing in there.
Now, here's a case where not having the keys may actually be beneficial for Dr. Blue. Has to nope out of the dungeon at this point. What if he finds something better so that level 8 becomes a little more kinder to Dr. Blue when he gets back here? We see a staircase. Is this going to be our staircase item, or is this going to be a transport staircase?
We do have 2 staircase items. And it is the recorder.
Oh, that is actually
take out that Dig Dogger.
That is actually a really good find.
Very convenient. Now if you have to nope out of any dungeons, you can easily whistle back so long as you grab that Triforce.
Now, remember, there was a Dig Dogger blocking a shutter door to its right towards the very beginning of this level 8. So this now swings the play back into Ellendar's favor, because Dr. Blue, that was one of those cases that I would have said that would have gone in his favor if the recorder was in a different dungeon. We see our transport staircase at level 8 could be the first and only, could be first of many, depending on how segmented this level 8 is.
And we see this boomerang paying off already. Keys rolling their vanilla 0, so we're gonna swing that around. And there's the ladder.
Oh, that's another good find.
Yep, so Ellendar taking a little bit of an early lead, just sub 8 minutes into this race. And I did miss the Dr. Blue checking that Armos item, but it seems chat is saying it might have been the book.
The good old book. And I missed how much the candle was. It's in the category C shop.
I believe it was somewhere around vanilla. I thought I saw 6 on there somewhere.
Oh wow, 77! Ooh.
Oh yikes, 77's almost max, isn't it? Plus or minus
Well,
20?
vanilla price is 60. So it could have gone 3 more rupees higher, but that is near maximum. And look at this level 8. It's definitely something. We do see level 4 for Dr. Blue at level 6.
But taking a look at that level 8, you know what that tells me? It says that level 7 is going to be pretty heavily segmented. And there's our bait block, not blocking much anything, so that's nice info for Ellendar.
Well, excuse me, princess. That does tell me that 7's going to be very, very left-oriented.
And Ellendar using that quarter, name that tune. Is that the Metroid theme?
Sounds like it was.
Finally got one.
Although it takes a death.
Yeah, but Dr. Blue is gonna head down the coast, now up to 6 hearts, guaranteeing him that white sword item, and gonna show us what the large secret has rolled to.
Yeah, he missed
He
on the
can
candle
hit his
shot right
bush.
there. Has to leave the screen and come back again. Now we see Ellendar facing off against this Degdogger. Now that we have the
Nice.
opportunity to actually kill it.
And Dr. Blue finding a very hefty 109 large secret, so plenty of money to see. Oh, and showing off, doing a little clipping in the HUD.
Some HUD activity. We still have one more item left in this level 8. It's going to be a floor drop item.
Speaking of level 8, we have level 5 at vanilla level 8. And bunnies and Wizzy robes have made their appearance.
Ooh, not necessarily a great pairing together here, trying to see how the enemies roll high or low.
Certainly not, especially with fireballs and traps.
Fireballs, traps, bunnies hopping wherever they feel like it.
Just no room to maneuver, really. Oh, but gets a very nice clock drop. Hallelujah.
Much needed clock drop there for Dr. Blue.
And a map.
Gets the map to level 5, and we get to play the name the ink blot there on what is... I have no idea what we could even say about this.
That looks like some kind of bird or something running around.
That looks like a death.
Oh, I know, it's Woody Woodpecker.
I don't see it. Triforce is up early in this level, though. It's on this upper section. Nice move here by Ellendar, staying away from death here on these blue gorillas, who are thankfully in the health dropping room. So therefore, we get the nice fairy out of that. And we get ourselves some more keys being added to our arsenal. Aquaman is guarding the Triforce here for Dr. Blue. I don't know if he wants to grab it. And you see how Dr. Blue moved away from the Aquamentus when he laid down that 6th and final wood sword hit on it. Because sometimes in that river room, the item spawn is going to be right there on the right-hand side. So that move to the right was to avoid a white force.
Yep. Each room has just a few spots items can drop if it is a drop room. Similarly, a T room, it's either going to be here in the center or off on the side. I think in level 5, it's in the center, correct?
Well, the river room can be both on the side or on the right-hand, rather in the middle or on the right-hand side.
I was
that one
talking
dropped
about
in the middle.
T room.
Oh, the T room. Okay, yeah, that's right. The T room's always going to drop in the middle portion.
And that's in level 5, right? Level 4
in
is
level
off
5.
to the corner.
Level 4 is the bottom right corner, and there's also a case where level 9's river room can drop top right corner, because there's a room that you don't see in the 80% runs, but it's like a room that you can get some bombs if you really need some. A few rooms away where you come out of the pancake room on the spiral staircase, where there's going to be a bomb drop on the top right corner. There's Ellendar picking up the Triforce in 8.
Yep, and Dr. Blue has checked out a whole lot of this level 5. I don't think he's found anything yet, though.
Yeah, no drops here for Dr. Blue so far in this level 5, and level 5 can be one of those dungeons that can get tricky to go through, because it's going to be one of the bigger dungeons in the first 6. So it's going to be, of course, the second biggest dungeon of the first 6 dungeons.
Yeah, and Dr. Blue just picking up that Triforce, maintaining this Triforce tie we got going on. 2 apiece.
Now, that's unfortunate for Dr. Blue being able to come away with any of the items. Ladder block, presumably, from any of the items. So, if it turns out to be the bow or silver arrows, or even the raft, which is another required item, that turns out to be inside that level 5 deeper, that's going to be an advantage for Ellendar, having pulled out that... pulling out the ladder out of level 8. And this is a case where having that one key makes a big difference, because remember, Dr. Blue went into level 8, no keys. Ellendar went into 8, had that one key, spent it, and now has a recorder and a ladder because of it.
Well, luckily for Dr. Blue, the item on the coast is just a heart container, so he doesn't have to worry about that, although he will need that ladder if he needs to go back into 5.
We do see 2 at level 2. 2 items on the ground here, and it's going to be Wiz Robes.
Red one's not as bad as those blue variety.
And Ellendar goes into level 4, which is
Level
going to
4,
have the
level
Lionel
6.
set. And Lionel's in level 4 is not friendly, and that Dig Dagger in 2 could also be problematic here for Dr. Blue.
Yep, we are going to be hoping that that's not one of... Sorry, that's not going to be one of the drop rooms.
Yeah. So that room is very, very vicious because we still only have 4 hearts for Ellendar. That might be one of those that you come back later. We do see a staircase in level 2, which means that level 2 is going to be segmented.
Yes, sirree. Chat also mentioning we have a vanilla blue ring price. That's gonna happen most of the time.
Yeah, because what ends up happening with the blue ring price is if it turns out to roll high, plus or minus 20, so it can roll low. But if it rolls high and rolls super high, then it goes to 250 by default. So it can't go over 255 naturally because Link can only handle 255 rupees in this game.
Yep, the joys of 1986.
Now this is not an easy room here, but it is also a ladder blocked room. Silver arrows in 2.
Very nice find. So that's 1 relief for Dr. Blue.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Best case scenario is going to be that Dr. Blue does not ever have to go back into level 5 at this stage.
Another best case scenario would be if he could manage to Kananaki this lockup here.
He may be trying... he's not going to be in position to do it. And unfortunately, he does not have a key, so he's going to have to go a different route. Now, thankfully, most of the rooms in level 2 are going to be connected. Although, unfortunately, there's a key... a locked door on the other side here as well. So Dr. Blue is going to have to leave this level 2, and this is going to be another case of having unfortunate luck at this point. There's the Triforce in level 4. I have not seen the map just yet, but we haven't seen either of the drops in 4 either. But getting the silver arrows for Dr. Blue is going to be at least a relief as far as us watching this race from afar are concerned. Because you never want to see anybody go behind because of an item differential early on. Look at all those blue rupees.
Always a shame sitting back in the sidelines, seeing things that the racers can't see.
Now, what is nice is that the fact that the Zols have rolled at 1 HP, which will definitely be nice for rupee grinding and also for easy kills. What is not nice is the fact that the red Wiz Robes rolled high. They look to be 5 HP.
5 instead of 4 is a little tougher, but not the worst things.
Ooh, red Lionel's going down and 2 wood sword hits. That's nice. 2 HP. They rolled low.
So we also have a heart container up here on the white sword item, so plenty of hearts. And the enemies are kind of dying quickly, but for Dr. Blue, the items are few and far between.
The information here for Dr. Blue is the fact that he is now going to he's getting some good information. Now, what would really be nice for Dr. Blue is if that he found the any key in one of these dungeons. There's the heart container in 4.
Oh, he's found level 9. Yeah, Dr. Blue could really benefit from something like any key, maybe an offensive advantage like the white sword or the wand.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see where he's headed next. It looks like he's gonna head up to Death Mountain. He found level 9, so looks like that prompted him to check out Vanilla level 9.
Yeah, he's going to check the Vanilla level 9 at this point in time, and therefore find out what's up there. We haven't seen 3, 6, or 7, so it's going to be one of those 2 dungeons that he will be finding up here on Death Mountain. His hopes is that it's going to be the small level 3. Second would be 7. Worst case scenario, it is 6.
If the other 2 levels will be raft and recorder blocked. So Ellendar picking up Triforce number 3 out of level 4. And looks like he is whistling elsewhere. Not going to jump back in.
So we did get our best case scenario, and it is level 3 that is up here on Death Mountain. Now, Dr. Blue, if I find an early Triforce, I'm going to continue to dig this dungeon. And that's because of that 0 that's next to his key count. I know we keep harping on this, but that is a point that we definitely need to bring home, is the fact that keys and item management at this point have hindered Dr. Blue from being able to get some very good items in this seed. So he needs the keys to get him back into level 8 at some point in time.
Mine's block that does not push. And now Ellendar purchasing that blue candle.
Yep, and there's confirmation that it is 77 rupees. A very expensive, extremely expensive candle. Don't forget, this is game 1 of a doubleheader between these two in a best-of-3 format. So they're going to take a break after this game, and they'll go ahead and do game number 2. So we do see Dr. Blue trying to face off against these blue Lionels. Doing a pretty good job.
I'm very excited that we get not only the double serving of bacon, but a double serving of bacon.
Well, let's hope a double serving of bacon. Remember, somebody could opt not to finish one of these runs.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Double bacon's enough.
I mean, this is better than the no servings of bacon that we got on the GDQX race between JSR and Rooslugs. And shout outs to them for a fantastic performance during the D1 sword list that they did earlier this morning. And we see both of these runners in level 3 at this point.
Get out your hands. It's time for a high five. The tension is mounting. What will be the first item here in level 3?
I like the fact that Dr. Blue is up to 3 keys. Oh,
hey, Goma.
There is a Goma. And that Goma could be very interesting. Now, we know that's not going to be the Triforce, but that still could be the item drop room. It obviously is not going to be the bow at this point. Now, this would be a good situation for Dr. Blue. If this turns out to be a bow here in this level 3 under the staircase, and that Goma is holding on to a raft.
Yep, that would be ideal.
Yeah, because you don't want to have runners to do double back into dungeons, but the problem is that at this point, Dr. Blue knows that he's going to have to double back into at least one dungeon at this point in time.
Yeah, certainly has been ladder blocked out of level 5, and I think bomb locked out of level 8.
Ellendar is suffering some bad deaths at this point, getting really roughed up with only 5 hearts against the Lionels who can really dish some damage. Had some good combat in level 4, but it's just been getting roughed up here in this level 3 so far by the same enemy groups. Just answering chat, yes indeed, this is a round 2 match. Dr. Blue, the 30 seed, Ellendar, the number 37 seed. And yes, we are missing levels 6 and 7. One of them is going to be at the raft. One of them is going to be at the recorder spot.
And there's Ganon's room.
Yep, he has decided to leave the room behind this time around. We do see a diamond staircase, and it is going to be a transport staircase. This level 3 is segmented.
I'm gonna pop back out, take out these keys. Or not the keys, Tektites.
Yeah, great use of the boomerang, by the way, to dispatch of those Tektites. Give a lot of credit for doing that. Now, we do see another staircase. This is going to be the item. It is the power bracelet.
I suppose it could have been the other end of the transport. Troll transport staircase.
The rule of the staircases in the levels 1 through 4 is that the staircases are going to go transport you to the other sides of the dungeons, because they, by definition of the normal setup, will not have transport staircases. The only reason why they do have transport staircases is because they are segmented dungeons.
Ah. The more you know.
So this transport staircase takes you right into the Triforce room. So now we're just looking for the item that's going to be down on the floor. And for Dr. Blue comes into this room and finds some Staphos and hoping to draw him at least a little closer here so he can bomb him. See, if this room has a drop, and Dr. Blue, thankfully, will pick up that heart. I was thinking, don't let that heart expire. That's going to give you beam swords. That's going to take care of this room a whole lot faster. And we do take care of it. There is no drop. Back down to 0 keys. So please pick up that key. Yeah, please pick up that key. Don't double back. Old man wants us to call him Fred. No, Fred.
Hey, Fred. Yep,
I said no.
Triforce. Not sure. I don't think Dr. Blue meant to pick that up, maybe?
Yeah, he did. Because it's on the other side of the transport staircase. That's the only time he wants to be on that section of level 3. So that wasn't fully intentional for him to pick up that Triforce. Otherwise, why would he finish off that room? Knowing that it does have the Triforce because he had the compass.
Okay, so he is looking for bomb holes, perhaps?
Yeah, because we haven't seen the map yet. The rule with the regards to the map is that it's supposed to be easily accessible in a room that you can clear out. But the problem is sometimes it will require combat.
Or sometimes it might be Goma blocked. I learned that with our good friend Willard J. Bradley the other night.
That's been happening to several of our runners at this point in time. It happened in the Rambler versus Gary and Old Wolf match that me and Whether were on commentary for, where you had to figure out where the bomb wall was, because an item was behind that bomb wall that would allow you to find the map later on in that dungeon. Ellendar with 8 keys at this point.
But the troll, just a comment to chat, the troll to the map being Goma blocked is the map might show you where the bomb hole is to get to the bow.
Exactly. And sometimes you can't find it.
Yeah, sometimes the game forces you to play our favorite game, Find That Bomb Hole.
It ain't our favorite game. They like to make it sound like it's an exciting game show, but hell no, it is not a fun game show to be playing. Dr. Blue back at level 8, really good to see at this point, spends the key. Ellendar, finding the Triforce, wants to figure out what else is in this level 8. Did not go to the room to the left where the item staircase is going to be, trying to finish off these gorillas before they finish him off. Thankfully, he spends the bomb, gets a fairy drop. Nice job.
And there, Ellendar is grabbing that Triforce up to 4 now, halfway there.
Now, my notes are that we did not see the other item here in this level 8. We saw the 2 staircase items. There's the first. That is the recorder. We still have to see the upcoming ladder, which will be found for Dr. Blue real soon. But we have yet to see the floor item in this level 8.
Yeah, the floor item is the harder item to find. We know what staircases look like. RNG based on which drop rooms or drop rooms?
There's the transport staircase of level A for Dr. Blue, so continuing to explore this section of level A. We do know
Yep.
from what we saw from Ellendar that this whole entire level A is connected together, so there's only going to be the one transport staircase in this level.
Yeah, one big chunk of level 8 implies a very segmented level 7. And it looks like Ellendar has managed to track down the staircase here.
Yep, and we'll grab the power bracelet because it does allow for easier access in case you need to go back towards the Lost Hills, also towards level 4 in this case. Although Ellendar probably does not want to have to return to that level at any point in time. There's the ladder pickup for Dr. Blue.
Yep. And actually, given that level 9 is up on the Lost Hills, that will probably be the preferred method of travel once our runners have all 8 pieces of their Triforce.
So Ellendar does end up taking another death in this level, continuing to roll through here. Not certain what is going to be the rope here for Ellendar, because the question is, how much time do you want to invest after you have seen the Triforce? You've already grabbed the Triforce, so therefore, at this point, that's a shooting gallery. Oh, there's no way you're getting out of that.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Ellendar is still looking for both the silver arrows and the bow and the raft for certain. It'd be really nice to find the any key, maybe a red ring.
There was no way Ellendar was getting out of that one. Thankfully, does save, gets out of this level, because that's one of the things. You have the recorder. You can flute back here if you need to.
Yep, that recorder, very handy, if and only if you grab that Triforce.
Ellendar going to go ahead and get some hearts at this stage. Maybe might think about grabbing a potion, because we know that Lionels are in one enemy group. Wizrobes are in another enemy group. Dr. Blue takes a death.
Yeah, could not bomb that Aqua Menace quick enough, unfortunately. Ellendar's going to head to the coast, grab this heart container. That'll put him up to 7. So unfortunately, I don't think we'll be seeing the magical sword.
So Ellendar, with the candle in hand, is about to pop into level 5 here at the forest. A nice use of the bombs. I'm liking Dr. Blue's usage of the bombs to increase some damage output here. Knows he's about to get a bomb back here. So we'll end up, we're getting his bombs back, so ends up spending a bomb on the Aqua Mentis, because he's going to get himself replenished back up to 8 bombs by that room drop.
He also replenished his heart that he took a bop.
So Ellendar takes a bop here to the bunny, Ellendar takes a bomb to the bunnies and the Wizrobes here. This is that shooter room that we were talking about earlier with the tramps, and this is not necessarily a fun room at all. This is kind of that room where you want to pick your poison from what you take damage from. The Bull's Voice, they deal 2 hearts damage. The traps, they deal 1 heart damage. The beams, they're half a heart damage. So which one would you want to get hit by?
Half a heart, please, Rick.
That's correct. So obviously choosing or using, if you have the Bull's Voice narrowing in on you, and you end up getting yourself in a situation where you're about to get hit by both things, take the lesser of the 2 evils.
Similarly, in a room with bubbles, might be a little wise to bop into those bubbles intentionally occasionally.
Yeah, although sometimes they get really, really anxious without that use of the sword. We see Ellendar here in this level 5. Now remember, Dr. Blue was unable to pull out any of the items in this level because he did not have the ladder going in.
Very quick Triforce for Ellendar, but he's looking for too many items.
Yeah, without the bow, the silver arrows, or the raft, Ellendar definitely does not want to grab this and go at this stage. At least wants to pull out one of these items, because silver arrows is the tough thing. Because the possibility of them being in level 9. You know the bow can't be in 9, you know the raft can't be in 9. Nice fairy drop there for Dr. Blue. That was a random drop there from being in the right position. There's the Triforce for level 8. Dr. Blue says no to it for right now because he knows that Lamolda is going to stay dead for at least one more cycle into that room. And there's the reminder where the Triforce is. Now here's the problem with what just happened with Dr. Blue August 40th. He went through that room again.
Well, I missed it the first time. Was it red or blue Landmolas?
It's a red, but that Lammola is not going to be back.
That's all right. The red ones aren't as scary.
Yeah, but they still do 2 hearts of damage, so it just means that now he's going to have to combat that once again before he is able to leave with the Triforce.
Oh, but look at this Manhandla with some BMOS.
Nice job with the Manhandla. Gets himself another key. There's Ellendar picking up the Triforce in level 5. Let's see if Ellendar opts to go back in, and Ellendar does.
Yep, it's a pretty small dungeon, and I don't think he's grabbed anything out of here yet.
No, he hasn't.
But it does look like Ellendar is kind of taken away in terms of Triforce count.
Sorry about that whammy, says the old man.
Dr. Blue definitely still in this. Of course, level 9, also known as the Great Equalizer. Doesn't matter if you have 5, 10, even 15-minute lead into level 9. If it's a trolley level 9, anything can happen.
So here's the situation that I was talking about earlier. With regards to that red Lamolda, it is back. He's got 2.5 hearts. He does take care of 1. He's going to leave and come back in. Gets another fairy drop, which is quite interesting. This time, Dr. Blue's just going to leave that behind once again. Still searching for the floor drop. Down to 3 keys now.
And
hi there, Goma.
The reason I said the red danger noodles are a little less dangerous is because you can, as we saw Dr. Blue, you can outrun them. If you get ahead of them and you choose the right direction. The blue ones, on the other hand, they just move too darn fast.
Well, yeah. It's definitely better that it was a red Lamolda versus a blue one. So Dr. Blue grabs the Triforce, sees the Goma, and we know that Goma can't drop a bow. Now, this room here, this reverse sea that Ellendar's in, can be a staircase room. It also can be a room drop. And Dr. Blue back in level 5. That is going to be a staircase. That is our item.
Yep. So what I definitely heard you say is clear out your reverse sea rooms.
Red candle.
38 minutes in, probably not as excited to see that as you would have been, 5-10 minutes in.
Especially considering the fact that this is in a candle-blocked dungeon.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yuck.
Speaking of yuck, this is a yuck room. You get the Pole's voice, whose path is omitted because of the fact that it's an NSU room. Just is not necessarily a friendly room for Ellendar. Trying to take care of the Pole's voice down to 1 heart. Who, by the way, plays without the health beeps on, if you noticed.
I did not.
Yeah, you hear there's no beeping here. We're down to 1 heart. The wand is the other item. That's a nice find.
Very nice find here in level 5. And it looks like Dr. Blue in level 5 as well. Here, gonna see the red candle on the staircase. And we have Speed Gaming Bot reminding us of the awesome event happening in just a month. Very excited.
So there's the red candle for Dr. Blue. So at least the two items are close to each other.
No. Ellendar taking an overrule death right outside the entrance of Vanilla level 2. And that's where his silver arrows are.
Yep, which is level 2 as it is.
Luckily, not too bad. He can whistle back to 5. Just loses a handful of seconds.
Yeah, so Dr. Blue walked by that staircase, and that's a good decision by Dr. Blue because, as we know at this point, it's going to be a transport staircase. Can't be anything of major importance at this stage. Dr. Blue is just a couple hits away from getting the wand here in level 5, and that is something that you're going to pick up almost every time. The only reason why you won is if it's in level 9 and it's a Wizrobe level.
Yep, good point. Even with the book that he kind of walked into, he's still going to grab that wand.
Yeah, because you want that thing for white sword damage at this point in time. Dr. Blue is going back into level 2. So both of our runners are inside level 2. The big difference is that Ellendar has been able to clear out level 4.
Yeah, level 4 over by the graveyard.
Buying to somebody in check, and level 9 had the bow in this seed. Nope. The bow, the raft, the ladder, the recorder, and the power bracelet are all considered important items. They cannot be in level 9 under this flag set. Here's a dig dagger that we saw earlier. Ellendar is trying to be careful because each of these dig daggers will deal 2 hearts damage, and with 1.5, that's a death. Dr. Blue takes a death. But this is a potential of a drop room.
That was a mighty high five going on.
There we go.
The same enemy with the same amount of hearts. Ellendar coming out on top.
Ellendar was able to finish off the room. Gets the map.
That's a very nice find in level 2.
That will definitely help out with some decision making here in this level 2.
And of course, we get a clock drop from the Wallmaster.
Oh, Ellendar with no bombs at this point in time cannot get deeper into this level 2.
Luckily, we got some bomb droppers right outside the gate. And he actually could go back in and take out some of those red Wizrobes.
It's one of those hard things to say. Red Wizrobes.
I blame watching too much Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd cartoons. Silly.
What's up, Doc?
It's Wabbit season.
No, it's duck season.
Wabbit season.
Although if you're really paying attention to one of those very popular games that is on Twitch right now, it's goose season.
For Ellendar, it's Wizrobe season.
Yes, getting the full complement of bombs. Takes a bop, unfortunately, dropping Ellendar down to 1 heart. This is the room that the silvers are in. What a spicy room this is.
Blue Wizzies, Vires, and Skeletals.
Oh! Ellendar went for the heart. Yeah. Ellendar went for the heart. That turned into a death. Tackled by the Red Wizrobe before they could get to the goal line. Dr. Blue accidentally using the recorder on the gels. Wouldn't that be something if the gels died to recorder usage?
Nah, they're just gonna wiggle around and groove to the beat. Dr. Blue headed back in, wants that 2nd floor dropped, has the map.
Yep.
There's only a handful of rooms he's got left to explore.
Yep. Gonna try to kill for some more bombs here from these Red Wizrobes. while Chad is making comments here in regards to the important items in level 9 flag that we do not use in this case, that is definitely a case of knowing those 5 or... Great place for that hint! Great place for that hint!
Did Ellendar clear that room out?
No, took the death, did not return.
I hope he goes back and has a good laugh. Okay, good. And just if anyone is unfamiliar, that is complete random.
Actually, no
guarantee.
That's not the silver room. That was just a bomb drop. My apologies. It was another one of these desert tiled rooms, these sandy rooms that had the silvers. They all seem to blend after a while.
Yeah, these desert rooms kind of back to back. Easily get confused.
Yeah. So Dr. Blue finishing off these keys at this point, whatever that enemy is. There we go. Takes himself to the other side of this level 2. So we are still in seek of the second item of this level 2. It's going to be on the floor somewhere. Get some red rose ropes inside of a ladder-blocked room. Dr. Blue wants to see what's on the other side of this ladder-blocked room, and it's going to be the compass.
Triforce in hand, or not picking that up. Gotta go fast.
There's another key, and Dr. Blue spends a key here. There's a lot of locked doors. There's the bow too!
Very nice pickup. Bow and silvers for Dr. Blue. Now just needs to find the raft.
So the bow and the silvers both in level 2. And I think this was the room. My apologies. The Ellendar is in now. Usually I'm trying to make notes of where things are. I'm not doing a good job doing that here.
It's been a little confusing. I know we had both level 5 and level 8 were green dungeons. We had the desert palettes on this level 2 kind of throwing us off. This will be the bow, I believe, for Ellendar.
Ellendar's
around for that second.
Ellendar's in the middle, or rather the bow's in the middle of these 8 rooms. So run room to the south. Oh, Dr. Blue picked up the bomb upgrade.
Yep, he had enough rupees. He had, I think, max rupees almost. And probably took note of that easily accessible bomb upgrade. And so if Dr. Blue can clear out this level 4 in the time that it takes Ellendar to get the bow or get the silvers out of level 2, we're going to be all tied up again.
Yeah, this could be a really fun streak to the end.
It just goes to show you, no matter how much you might get trolled at the beginning of a seed, just stick with it, and you never know what's going to happen at the end. We're almost at the 50-minute mark. I'm sure these runners are getting a little bit nervous going through them as they're maybe glancing over to the IRC.
I think at this point you're not worried about it. I think once you near the hour mark, like once you get over an hour, that's when you start to worry a little bit more.
My only thought would be, if someone rushed over to level 2, found the bow and silvers right away, then maybe jumped into level 8, could be a really quick seed if you route it optimally.
For certain. Like, you're not wrong in that regards. The huge thing at this point is you got to figure out who you're facing off. There's the silvers for Ellendar. That's the
And
bow and
let's
silvers
outta
for
here.
Ellendar, so the set is complete. We are just seeking out that raft, and I have a feeling it's going to be in either 6 or 7, whatever level turns out to be at the raft location.
Wait, what? The raft is going to be at the raft
Or rather,
location?
the recorder location. They both begin with
Okay.
the letter R.
I got you.
You better. Because I don't know if I have myself. So we have either level 6 or level 7 at the recorder spot. Get your guesses in the chat. Where do you think... Which level do you think is going to be under Recorder Lake? Shout out to our tracker, Boletta, who's giving out the guess of being level 6. Level 6 would be the worst case scenario, just because of the fact that level 6 is going to be a very, very big dungeon, and Ellendar finding out that this is level 9, therefore can't do much about it in this case. We got some people hoping for vanilla. And
that's
somebody
an interesting shape.
Yeah, that. Oh wow, that definitely is. Heart turned out to be the vanilla, the item out on the coast.
Unfortunately, the tracker doesn't take into account the possibility that the heart might be in, like, the White Sword Cave, the coast, and underneath the Armo spot. So our tracker has to do the best that they can.
That's a nasty looking level 4.
Yeah,
Like the
very,
tail
very
that
linear.
the tail of level 4 is evil.
So you know that's where the item's going to be, right?
Yeah, but there's one thing you always have to remember in regards to shapes. There's got to be a section of a level that's touching the very bottom of the map area, the 8x8 grid. Ellendar's going to find out what's at Recorder Lake. It's guarded by some blue dark nuts. And it's level 7. So we get 7 at 7, 6 is going to be at 4.
Still missing the raft, any key, the red ring, the white sword, and Lord Banana himself.
There's the map for level 7. As we mentioned before, it was going to be very, very centered towards the left. Any key is in level 4.
I would have thought that, given the shape of level 8, that level 7 would have kind of been split off in on the left and the right, sandwiched kind of between it.
We do see a heart container in 7.
Not the item we're looking for.
So my notes right now, we haven't seen a floor drop in 8, but we might be assuming that could be Goma blocked. We haven't seen a floor drop in 3, that could be Goma blocked. But we're down to floor drop in 3, floor drop in 7, floor drop in 8. One of those 3 is going to be the raft.
And as you were talking about all that, we've missed Dr. Blue picking up the any key in level 4. So that's
he did get the any key in
troubles.
4, which definitely ends his key troubles. He's gonna flip back to 3. Oh boy, that's gonna get rid of some of the question marks right there. Is it behind that Goma? And this is a good decision here by Dr. Blue, because you know that 6 and 7 are going to be your final 2 dungeons. Remove the anxiety by checking a small dungeon first, because you want to just go straight for the Triforce in 6 and 7. It's the raft in 3!
Ooh, Goma blocking our raft. Dr. Blue making the big brain play. So let's see.
And that means Dr. Blue now is in Triforce and Go mode.
And very nice state to be in, with true Triforces to pick up still. See Ellendar digging out level 7, hoping that the rap's going to be in here.
And that means Dr. Blue is only concerned about the path to the Triforce. If there's something on the way to the Triforce, he will grab it, but he's not going to do anything out of his way. Yuck, that's 6 pallet.
Yep. No, thank you. But the items, both these runners would be happy to see would be the white sword, maybe the red ring, but combat at this point with 9 hearts apiece doesn't seem to be taking them out too much. Though it would be a little extra security versus Ganon.
Oh, definitely. And that's the whole thing, is that if it's on the way, you're going to go pick it up, but you're not going to spend all your time trying to go out of your way to get it. Oh, that'd be a nice compass for Dr. Blue to get in a shoot room.
And he is going to try to go around and grab that.
Yeah, he's going to do whatever he can to try to get down to that room.
Yep. Second best
And
thing
he
to an
can.
early second best thing to an early Triforce in Go mode is an early compass.
Absolutely. Up and A's. There's the heart container, the other drop in 7. So 2 hearts and 7.
So Ellendar has a handful of spots left, has floor drop in level 8 and level 3. Grabs that Triforce, and let's see where they're headed.
Okay, just a real brief note. As we see a staircase in 6, and this is one of those ones that it's on the way. Dr. Blue is going to go ahead and check it to see what's inside. No, he doesn't. He's almost dead, so he's not just going to go ahead and grab it. Ooh, we got ourselves some blue vinyls collecting this, guarding this thing. Gets a clock! There's the luck for Dr. Blue!
And there's a blue ring purchase for Ellendar. Knows we've seen the bait block, doesn't need any arrows to purchase, and so he's opting for that extra defense.
And Ellendar is walking back to level 3, which was level 1. Did not see all 3 items in here, so now just trying to backtrack to just figure out what they're missing. And picked up the blue ring, as you mentioned. Dr. Blue heading into level 7. The Triforce isn't super deep if you find out where the compass is going to be. There's the staircase drop there for Ellendar. Another heart container. So just to recap here, just real briefly, Dr. Blue was locked out of level 8 because he walked in without any keys, which allowed Ellendar to pull out the recorder and a ladder out of level 8 really fast. But what really helped Dr. Blue pull on the afterburners here is getting the any key out of level 4, choosing to go back to 3 before digging an intensive dungeon such as level 6 and 7. And Ellendar is back in level 3. Level 1 does have a Gria set, 2 head whiz robes, 3 head Lionels, 4 head Lionels, 5 head whiz robes, 6 head Lionels, 7 head Grias, 8 head Grias. So there's no guarantee what we're going to find in level 9. But you have to wonder if we're going to be seeing our friends, the Wizrobes, in 9.
Now, these runners kind of took a similar route. They just made different choices along the way, and it kind of gave Ellendar an early lead, but Dr. Blue caught up right at when they were both missing 2 Triforces, and this is a really close race right now. Ellendar is just a few screens away from his raft. Hopefully he has that Goma in mind.
Yeah. He's going to be clearing out rooms until he gets to that Goma. And the idea, maybe he might find it. Dr. Blue still has not found the compass in this level 7. And 6 was not a really, really long dungeon either. Dr. Blue was in and out of 6 in probably, maybe 3-4 minutes tops?
Yep, despite it having a propensity to be a large dungeon, he took care of it right away because he wasn't looking for items.
Yeah, it's a really long dungeon if you're searching for items, but when you're not searching for items and the Triforce is easy to get to, different story here. Old man is trapped in a video game. As we continue on in this game here, and now we're in. This is game number 1 of a best of 3 series between the Dr. Blue and Ellendar. They will play game number 2 right after this, so stay tuned here on Speed Gaming 2. Ellendar about to finish off this go mode. We'll have the raft in just a moment to go into Triforce and Go mode. There it is.
I hope everyone is on the edge of their seat for this hype race. And as Rick said, game 2 coming up right after.
Yeah, and right now Dr. Blue, nice turn back to the right as that Gorilla fired off his boomerang. If you get tunnel vision, you're dead to that Gorilla at that point. That would have been a really bad death for Dr. Blue to be taking this deep into level 7, and Ellendar almost ready to go into level 9 himself.
So at this point, Rick, given that you're probably your best bet to get up to level 9 is that power bracelet, and you haven't picked up a potion yet, do you use the Take Any Caves to hit the fairy fountain real quick?
If I am
up to level 9?
If I'm Dr. Blue, I am going to go. Okay, we're gonna see an up and A and a save here. And my guess is with the red candle pulled out, he is going to go south of 1 and grab that Take Any. He'll take the walk back to level 9 at this stage.
Oh, and I just saw Ellendar cycle through his items. He has picked up a potion.
Yeah, Ellendar picked it up a while ago. And there's Dr. Blue picking up the potion. You want to be safe. You don't want to lose a race because you end up taking a bad death. Yep. Interestingly enough, Ellendar is still searching through this level 6 a little bit on here on the bottom layer, maybe hoping to get the white sword, get the red ring. We hadn't seen either of the items in this level 6.
I think Ellendar is just looking for that Triforce.
Well, Ellendar searched for the bottom rooms after grabbing the compass, which signified that they might be looking for quality of life items here before going to get to this Triforce. Yeah, and like I said, you get the white sword, that definitely helps things out. Now, Dr. Blue is running without any game audio. He's got, any game music. So we'll try to keep with the Ellendar right now. Aquamentus awaits with the Triforce, which was actually not the truth. No Aquamentus hid a Triforce this time around. Now remember, this was a staircase that Dr. Blue did not go into, and it's got the wooden boomerang.
No thank you.
This is a nasty 9 so far by the fact that you're forced pretty much into one direction. You went up to the north, you saw an old man. You go to the right and you had to bomb up in order to get through this level 9. You have the map in the first room, thankfully, which kind of suggests this. As Dr. Blue continues to go through this right-hand side, trying to track down Ganon, trying to figure out where Zelda is and get some more information about this. We do know that the red ring and the white sword could very well be one of the items here in this level, but we don't know that for guarantee. And Ellendar is heading into 9, and we have a Wizrobe set. And knowing that there was only 2 Wizrobe sets, that's not a guarantee that 9's going to have them, but it makes you feel like you're probably going to. either way, you're going to have an enemy set that throws projectiles at you. So getting that potion was definitely a good idea for Dr. Blue. Finds the staircase here at the top right corner of this level 9. It's a transport staircase. So is it going to take him to where he's going? Ellendar's making a play.
Oh man, hey folks, sorry for the technical issues. Discord is being a poop. As you saw, Ellendar taking out the pig there, very hype race at the end. Thanks to everyone in chat. But stay tuned. This is just the first match. We're gonna be right back in just a few minutes. I'm sure Dr. Blue wants to finish this out, and we're gonna start game 2. So stay tuned. And again, apologies for the technical difficulties. Give me a moment. I gotta pull up chat and everything again. But I was doing my best to keep up to date with the action, and that was such a hype finish. And very glad that it was just the just the Discord and the commentary that took a hit, as opposed to the entire restream. But it does look like Dr. Blue's gonna throw in the towel there. Sure anxious to get on with the second race. So again, stay tuned, and apologize for the technical difficulties. Let's get this second race underway in just a few. Not sure if perhaps we'll, yeah, I'm guessing we won't get these racers in here for a quick chat. Pretty sure the flute tune was the Metroid theme. Oh, Chrono Trigger, interesting. Hey, Rick.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about that seed while we're waiting for game number 2 to come up for us.
Well, that was an awesome seed. Kind of
that was
back and forth.
That was an awful 9. And awful by the